All right, we're going to actually start standing this morning. And I kind of thought that, and Micah, just be mindful, I'm going to try to record it for you guys, that you might end up in the, there you go, in the camera. Morning. Ooh, look at that, she's drinking chocolate in the morning. Sorry, I was just like mentally processing that in my mouth, so.
You can take a sip.
Yes, right. All right, well, let's start standing this morning, and so just find a comfortable place for your feet. Don't overthink it, and really soften the knees. And then take your hands, interlace your fingers. We're going to start with a few rounds of the butterfly breath. So knuckles under the chin, and close your eyes for a moment. We're going to inhale and exhale through the nose, and on the inhale, elbows pull wide, head lifts up and back, lungs open. Inhale, open your airway. And then exhale, elbows drop down, round your body slightly, drop the chin to the chest. And then again, inhale, open. Lift your ribs, exhale. Feel free to let your torso get involved as much as it feels like it should. Inhale, open. And exhale, close. Now imagine as though your elbows are attached to your side lungs. Inhale, like butterfly wings opening. Exhale. See if you can make the inhale last the entire way open. And the exhale last the entire way down. Your breath is like your generator for your body. Yet so few of us start our engines with it in the morning. Let's go 4 more. Inhale. This is you opening yourself to life. Exhale. Inhale, 3. Exhale. Inhale, 2. Even bring a slight smile to your face. Exhale. Let go of any seriousness. Last one. Inhale. I'm open and willing to a great day. Exhale. And then let the legs lengthen, drop the arms down. Inhale, arms come up overhead, reach. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Just feel your feet on the earth when you do this. 2 more, inhale up, make the breath last the entire way. Exhale down. Last time, inhale all the way to the top till your hands touch. Exhale all the way to your heart. Drop the arms down, step the feet to a comfortable distance. So you can turn sideways on your mat, you can face me, whatever is comfortable. I'm okay with anything. But turn your feet forward, really double check that, and then feel all 4 corners of your feet on the mat. So notice if you're sitting in your ankles, notice if you're turning your toes out. I want you to plug down through your feet. And then bring your hands to your hips. Let's work with a little bit of hip mobility, soft knees, and then moving the hips to the left. So inhale, just kick your hips as far as you can to the left. So how far can I go to the left without pushing my booty back? And then back to center, and do the same thing the other way. So now right hip kicks out and in, left hip pushes in, and then back to center. What you might notice is that when you move to the right, that left inner groin and that left hip feels tight, and then back to center. So the body is kind of like a pulley system, and when we feel pain somewhere, a lot of times it's not what's going on. And so back to center. Let's just do this a couple more times. So as far as you can to the right, and just keep breathing comfortably, and as far as you can to the left. Rather than move your torso, this is a hip movement. So your brain will go, I don't move much in my hips, so I'll move my torso to make it feel like I am. Okay, so it's just your hips. This is a really awesome wake-up morning move if you have back pain, because your hips dictate a lot of how your back feels. And now we're going to add a little bit more movement to this. So just really soft knees, kick to the left, push as far forward as you can, like your pubis bone has a pen, and then as far as you can to the right, and as far as you can. Now we're going to dump back. So we're going to dump back, kick as far as you can up to the left, as far as you can forward, just soft knees. I call this rimming. So if you were inside a bowl, I want you to try to touch every part of the rim of the bowl. And so it's all in the pelvis. It's not in the shoulders. So try to keep your upper body from overly reacting. Make this be all in the hips. And it's like, I want to scrape that entire bowl with batter and not miss a drop. And now go the opposite way. We'll just do a couple the other way. So tailbone points way back. Hip goes way over to the right. Pubis bone comes really far forward. And then try to kick out to the opposite side as far as your body will go. So this isn't like a hula dance. This is a really strategic, isolated movement in your pelvis. There's a difference. And then come back to center. Now open your arms. Relax the shoulders down. Let's do a little internal, external rotation and bring it all into one big movement. So left arm rotates down and forward. We did this yesterday. And right arm rotates as far back as you can. Wring your shoulders out. And then rotate it the opposite way. How far can you go? So we usually stop automatically a few centimeters before our full range of motion. So how far can I go? How far can I go? How far can I go? And then return and go the opposite way. So this isn't about trying to get super deep. This is about finding your end range of motion. So how far can my shoulders rotate? Now really pull through the fingers and just keep with your breath. So maybe it's an inhale, rotate. Exhale, hold that rotation. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, hold that rotation. So the shoulder is coming way forward. And you can let that torso respond accordingly. As we get older, we really stop using the shoulders. And so it might be clunky, it might be crunchy. If you have a lot of stiffness, it might take you a second to kind of unravel that shoulder. All right, back to center. Now palms face me. Hug your legs together. Your glutes are going to engage, your thighs are going to engage. We're going to move to the left. Hips move to the right. We just did this. Hips go to the right. You slide off your pelvis. As far as you can go. Think about your arms staying level. I'm in the toaster. Reach, 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 reach. Now lower the arm down and reach the top arm up. If you were going to measure yourself, inhale, reach fingertip to fingertip, like someone is pulling you up out of the ocean and then pulling your tailbone to the ground. So strong core, big stretch. And now look up or down and breathe. Let's go 5, 4, just keep breathing. 3, 2, here we go. Take your top arm and drop it down. Reach as you lower and touch your palms together. Inhale, open it back up again. Now if it's comfortable, look up. Exhale, bring it all the way down. Reach with your fingertips like you're trying to scrape a wall. Inhale, come up and open and bring it as far back as you can. Turn your torso. It's like, exhale, bring it down. Strong legs. One more time. Inhale, bring it open. And try to turn your hips, turn your hips, turn your hips. Exhale, bring it down. Now bend your knees and roll yourself up because that side's going to feel a little stiff. Roll your shoulders. 3, 2, 1. Bend your knees as deep as you can. 3. Bring it back up. 2, just as far as you can go down. Whatever your body is going to tell you to do. And 1 more time. And back up. Now we have to do the other side. Arms open. So my pelvis is what's called neutral. It's level. Hips go to the left. So hips are going to kick. It's a hip movement first. And then slide right off your pelvis. How far can I reach? Keep hugging the legs. Lower the bottom arm down. Top arm comes up. So the tighter and the more tense they are up here, it's going to be bothersome to look up. So good news, you can just look down. Reach, arm to arm. Stretch for the ceiling. Like if this is your last opportunity to be seen, to be heard, I want you to reach with that top arm as much as you can. Now imagine those top fingertips have one rope that goes down your side body, down your lower back, all the way to your foot on the left. Push into the ground. Reach up to the sky. Now let's open and close 5 times. Here we go. Exhale down. Use your breath. A little bit of softness in the knee. Inhale, open up and try to bring that arm as far open as you can and turn your torso. Exhale, close it down. Reach when you lift and lower. It's not a noodle arm. Inhale, reach towards me. Bring it up, bring it up, bring it up. Exhale, bring it down. You got this. If you can breathe, you can move. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. I am capable. I am willing. I am grateful. One more. Inhale up. Open it up. Exhale. Bring it down. Now really soft knees to help you roll back up to center. Whew. All right. Feet come together. Shake out the legs. Bend the knees nice and soft. Inhale. Arms come up overhead. Exhale. Hands to prayer. Inhale. Just think of this as a centering breath. Exhale. We're pulled in a million different directions, especially today. Exhale, bring yourself back to center. Arms drop down, feet open, back up to a straddle. So we're back in a straddle again. Left foot turns out. So again, you can face any direction on your mat that you feel comfortable, but check that left foot, that it's actually pointing to the left, and then just kick in the back heel slightly. So no matter what angle your back foot's at, it's the heel is the furthest point back. Now level your hips and try to open them towards me. Give a good squeeze to the glutes. As you exhale, body is upright. We're just gonna drop down. All we're gonna do is bend the knee and drop down. Now your front knees should be right over that ankle, so feel free to adjust as you need to. A lot of times we're having more of a stride than we think we can. All right, inhale, open the arms to T and pull more with your back arm, and notice how that pulls the chest open. Awesome, now firm your back quad, not to hurt the knee. Palms turn up. Inhale, arms come up. Touch your palms. Exhale, arms drop down, back behind. Interlace the fingers and pull your knuckles to the back of the room. As you do that, that shoulder, instead of rounding forward, try to pull it down and back. So the tighter the pecs are, the more that shoulder wants to come forward. And so think about your knuckles pulling to the person behind you. Inhale. And exhale, really tall, up through the shoulders, up through the crown. Inhale, bend the front knee just a little bit more. Exhale. Now on the next inhale, your arms are gonna unravel, bring it all the way back up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Straighten the front leg, feet turn parallel. Hands to the hips, and now fold forward. As you come forward, hands drop to the floor. And here, I want you to bend your knees as deep as you can and sit back as far as you can onto the tiny little kindergartner bench behind you. Bring the feet parallel and wiggle your hips. Move your hips side to side. Erase the chalkboard with your booty behind you. Drop your head, drop your shoulders. You know what I was just saying when you thought about that. And if you move your hips side to side, if I go to the left, my right leg's gonna straighten a little. And if I go to the right, my left leg's gonna straighten. What you may or may not notice is tension in the ankles, tension in the calves, tension through the inner thighs. It's all connected. It's not pain. It's your body saying, hey, you haven't moved this lately, thank you. Now back to center, roll it up. Feet are plugged in, really be grounded through the feet, through the feet, through the feet. Arms come all the way up, finish it off with your breath. Exhale, bring the hands back to the heart. We have the opposite side. Here we go, let's turn out the right foot and kick in the left. So when you look at that back foot, try not to sit in the ankle. Think about 4 corners on your foot and plug into all those 4 corners. It might even be fatiguing. Level the hips and just think about opening them a little towards me. Now front knee bends, but we're gonna stay vertical. Nothing happens in the torso. It's just a knee bend. And adjust your stride accordingly. Arms open to T. Reach through the back arm, open your chest even more. Now arms come back behind again. Here we go, let's go with that chest opener. Roll the shoulders together and think about pulling them down your back. So there's a little bit of a lift in the heart. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. Inhale through the nose. Now look over your back shoulder as much as you can. Keep your chin level and try not to tip the head.
There's the deer for people who are looking out the window. Oh, look at the
I gotta see, I'm sorry.
Oh, is John's on his
Inhale, arms come up. And exhale, bring it down all the way to the floor. Turn your feet parallel back into straddle now. Drop the head, lean a little forward, this time into the balls of the feet. Relax the shoulders, relax the head. In your straddle, come up to your fingertips. Your back is like a coffee table. Now exhale, you might even need to widen your stride. I want you to side lunge to the right. Now when you side lunge to the right, feet are gonna stay planted. So if you feel a need to lift, widen it out. So go as far as you can to the right. Use your right elbow and press the right knee open like a gate. So if you have back pain, your hips are asking you to do something for them. Inhale, float back up to center. And exhale, side lunge over to the left. So use your left or elbow and press that left knee open. Now push through the right foot. That's the straight leg. Keep that foot planted. You're like, ooh, ankle stretch. Inhale back up through center. Exhale back to the right. So we're side lunging to the right. Now, however far you go is how far your body goes. Drop your head, though, as low as you can to the mat. Now, think about your head stuck in cement. Start to straighten the right leg, but keep your head in the cement. Contract the thigh muscle as you start to lengthen the hamstring. Let's hold here and breathe. Let's go 5. Really focus on your breathing. 4, 3, keep all 4 corners of both feet planted. 2, and 1. Bring your torso to center, back up to your fingertips. Exhale, try to bend both knees, sit as far back into your hips and heels as you can. You want a workable stride, one that your knees will bend for you and you have the capacity to move. Back up with long legs. On your fingertips, let's side lunge to the left. So here we go to the left. Use that left elbow, press the knee open slightly, and keep the right foot anchored. So part of that tension from the hips is making your foot not want to stay grounded. Here we go, drop your head, put it in cement, however far it goes. Don't lift the head, but try to start to lengthen the leg. So how far can my left leg lengthen? And if you're feeling that pull behind the knee, which is okay, but I want you to contract the quad more, that will offset that. So really contract that thigh muscle as much as you can. Inhale through the nose. If you're not breathing, your muscles are not getting oxygen. Our bodies are meant to move. They're not meant to sit all day long. They're not meant to walk a couple of miles or a couple of steps. They are meant to move dynamically. Yet we have trained ourselves not to. Now back to center. Bend your knees, heel toe your feet in. So walk them in, heel toe all the way in. And then slowly come down to the mat, however it is your body will let you. We're gonna come all the way down to the mat. Knees are gonna be bent. I'm gonna turn sideways so you can see me a little bit better. So knees are gonna be bent, feet on the floor, hands come back behind you. So notice how my fingertips are pointing towards myself right now. I want you to give yourself some space. So my hand is about like 2.5 hand lengths back. It's pretty far. So we're gonna go as far back as I can. Now inhale, pull the elbows together and lift your chest and let your arms lengthen as much as your wrists will let you. So notice my shoulders. We're not here. We're gonna try to roll them and pinch them in. So there's that chest opening again. As you exhale, this is like a sloppy fallback. Bend your elbows. Now you get to round your shoulders forward, tuck your tailbone up, and sit into your back. So for me, my hands are too close. I'm gonna pull them back now because you want that hanging effect in the bottom of your rib cage and the shoulder itself. So most of the time that fascia on our body is just sticky, it's stuck, especially around the shoulder. So if we're here, I'm gonna pull my elbows in as I keep bringing myself back. Think about your body trying to round out like someone would sit in a hammock. This is kind of a love-hate position. It's like it feels good, but it feels maybe a little rippy, a little tight. Inhale, come back up, straighten the arms. Lift your heart, reverse that. Big stretch on the wrists. Exhale, stay with me. Turn the tailbone up. Let the shoulders round forward. Drop the chin to the chest. And think about lengthening your lower back as much as you can. So this is about as sloppy as it gets. So you're just going to hold that stretch and breathe. Pull the elbows in. Let's go 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, bring the arms up. Walk yourself in. Lengthen your legs out straight in front of you. And as you do that, just give your knee a slight bend. So I'm just going to barely bend my knees now and bring the bottoms of my feet together. So here, this is called shooting star. Bound angle is here. Shooting star is here. So nice and tall. Exhale, slide your body forward. Walk your arms out as far as they can. So your arm reach is going to dictate how much your back and hip stretch. So if you let your arms just kind of hang, you're going to lessen that back stretch. But if you're going to reach for the pen on the floor, keep walking your fingertips as far forward as you can. Like that pen is right there. You can touch it, barely touch it. And every time you breathe, breathe into the turtle shell of your back. Move your shoulders around a little bit. Relax your knees, soften your head super heavy, and breathe. If you're not breathing, your muscles are not getting oxygen. If you're not breathing, your body is fighting you back.
Inhale, roll yourself up.
Bring the legs together. Let's turn and lengthen or lay back. So however you need to turn yourself to lay back is fine, or if you're good where you are, just lay yourself onto the floor, knees bent, and now tuck your heels comfortably in. What we don't want you to do is pull your heels super tight under your sit bones, okay? We want to have some space, especially if you have lower back problems. So just a good rule of thumb, if the lower back is stiffer, no matter what someone says, do not tuck your heels super tight under your hips. Give yourself some space. Feet are parallel though, toes point away. Arms are at your sides to start. Let's roll up into a bridge. Like you're rolling onto the ground, rolling out dough. Tuck the tailbone, press the lower back into the floor. You're completely flat. Now if your tailbone was the edge of a tape, pull yourself up off the floor from the tailbone to the hips, to the lower back. Start lifting to the lower ribs. Now your chin is at your chest and your shoulders are broad on the floor. Hug your knees towards each other and feel all four corners of your feet, especially the big toe, the ball of the foot behind the big toe, and your inner heel. Now bring your arms up overhead and lay them on the mat alongside your ears. So this is called unsupported bridge. Inhale through the nose, try to breathe as wide as you can into your lungs. As you exhale, press your pubis bone towards the ceiling. So if you were to unzip a pair of jeans, it's where the zipper ends up. It's that bone down in the front of your body. The back body should be completely turned on. Your glutes, your hamstrings, and your back muscles. Breathe. Now inhale, lift your heels high. Get them as high as you can. Your hips lift another inch. Exhale, roll your spine down. Tuck your tailbone even more. Try to roll right through your back like the bottom of a rocking horse. It's okay if it feels clunky. It's okay if you're shaky. Arms come around the legs. Give yourself a nice hug. Compress the thighs to the belly. Now exhale, using only your core strength, not your neck muscles. Curl up your nose to your knees. So make it be all core work. Inhale, lower the head down. And keep the legs now up at tabletop. So now my shins are parallel with the ceiling, and my lower back is just teetering between pressed into the floor and overly arched. So try to cultivate that awareness for what that feels like a still boat in water. Now flex your feet and glue your legs together. They are not duct tape. They never get to come apart. Arms open up like an airplane, palms face up. Relax your shoulders. Now nice deep breath in here. As you exhale, slowly start to drop to the right. And I want you to try to drop as far as you can until the left shoulder tries to pick up and your legs try to pull open. So you got two things you're focusing on. I'm going to keep dropping to the right, but my legs have to stay glued and my left shoulder has to stay down. So it might take a couple of breaths, and that's okay. Once you get as far as you can, on an exhale, contract right around your navel line and bring your legs back up like it's all core strength. And you're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. It might take several breaths. You're going to drop to the left, legs got to stay taped together, and right shoulder has to stay down. You go as far as you can. And then when you're like, I think that's the edge, on the next exhale, bring it back up. Really strengthen your tummy muscles. Use your exhalation. Let's do that one more going each direction. So drop it down. Again, legs stay bound. So our fascia in our body crosses, one of the layers crosses like an X. So if you have right shoulder issues, it might be your left hip or your left foot. Or if you have left hip issues, what if it's pulling on your shoulder? And then again, back up to center. Opposite side, just keep breathing. Soften the teeth and jaw, let go of the grip on life that you have. What if it's just you're holding on too tightly? What if it's just you're trying to control for perfection? And your body is telling you right now, just let me do what I need to do. And then exhale back up to center one more time. Bring the knees into the chest, really relax the legs, make your arms do everything. Hug it in. Straighten the legs all the way to the ceiling. Roll the ankles, little snap, crackle, pop. Spread the toes as wide as they can go. Now clasp behind the right hamstring, or bend the knee if you need to a little bit. Lower that left leg down as far to the floor as you can. And just hold that stretch. This is called up a tree. We want to try to contract the core as you exhale. Curl the head and shoulders up off the mat. Walk your hands up your leg as far as you can until your arms are at full extension. Now don't bring your torso any closer, but gently draw your leg in. Let's say another inch to 5 inches depending. And then just hold that. Hold 5. Press your bottom leg into the floor. Hold 4. Hold 3. Hold 2. Now like a spring, let the leg go and drop it to the mat. Inhale, full body stretch on the floor. Reach your arms overhead, point your toes, arc your back. Breathe into your body. On the next exhale, bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice hug. Same thing as we just did. Inhale, extend the legs up to the sky. Clasp behind the opposite hamstring. Now lower that leg down. So we're opposite leg. Using only your core muscles. Curl your head and shoulders up off the floor, chin into the chest. Walk your arms up the tree as far as you can until your arms are straight. Now draw the leg in just a little bit closer. We don't need to go for broke here. It's just till you feel a stretch. Hold it. Hold 5, 4, you got this. 3, don't fight it. 2, let the leg go like a spring. Full body stretch on the mat. Inhale, arc the back. Really arc it, really exaggerate it. Point the toes. Breathe here. And then exhale, last time, bring the knees into the chest. Give yourself a nice hug. Compress the legs to the belly. Feels really good. Extend just the right leg out. Hold on the left knee tight. Take your left knee into your right hand and come across the body into a twist. So now just one leg is coming across the body. Open your opposite arm to T and adjust your upper body so that the shoulders are as flat as you can onto the floor. So the knee that's bent, the goal is not to get it to the floor, especially for women, because our sacrum is very mobile and that joint is just like wood coming up next to each other. So think about the knee going further out rather than down. Let's just hold that 5, just keep breathing. 4, 3, breathe against the twist. 2, and 1, back to center. Give that knee a nice hug. Readjust your upper body. Leg straightens to the sky again. Clasp behind the hamstring, use your core muscles, curl up. Chin tight into the chest, slide your arms up. Draw the leg in just a little bit more. We're not going to the place where the body fights back. Just hold 5, 4, you can do this. 3, 2, let it go, full body stretch. Inhale, lengthen. Reach through your fingertips, reach through your toes. Last side here, then we're going to start to wind it down here into relaxation. Exhale, opposite knee into the chest. Give it a nice hug. Squeeze it tight, reach long through your straight leg. Take your left hand and bring the right leg across the body. So as we twist, adjust your shoulders on the mat because you're going to feel like you're side sleeping. So you have to broaden the chest and kind of lift that upper back a little bit and spread it out again. Opposite arm opens like an airplane. Your head can stay at center. You can look to your open arm and just move your body where it feels most appropriate. Now as you breathe here, as you inflate your body against the twist, notice what you feel. Notice the languaging in your mind towards those sensations. We tend to categorize things good or bad. When you feel tension, when you feel discomfort, that is not a bad thing. When you feel your body stretching in a way you haven't felt it before, that is not a bad thing. When you come into a situation in life that you have never been in before, it is not a bad thing. Now bring it back to center nice and slow. Hug your knee once you're at center. Just readjust. Give it a nice big hug. Extend the leg to the sky. Grab behind the hamstring. You know where we're going with this. Exhale, all core strength. Curl up. Bring the head up off the floor. Slide the arms up the leg. Bring it in just a little closer, even if it's a millimeter. Even if I can't even see it, but you can feel it. Hold it 5. You got this. Hold it 4. It feels good to be alive. Hold it 3, 2. Release the leg like a spring. Full body stretch. Stretch like your life depends on it. Stretch like you are on a stretcher and someone is winding up the cord. Breathe into your lungs. Open them like an umbrella. Feels really good. And then exhale, soften your body as much as you can. Open your feet wider than what they are. So your legs are really wide. Bring your arms to the sky, roll the wrists. And then drop the arms down to your sides, palms face up. Now with your legs, I want you to rotate your legs in like you're pigeon-toed. Try to make your big toes touch the floor, just right where they are. Just rotate them in, internal rotation. It's happening at the hip. Hold that. Your lower back is going to thank you for this position right now. So just hold it. Be really calm. Breathe here. I know it's a little uncomfortable or awkward. Just stay calm. Breathe calm. Now on the next inhalation, externally rotate the legs and try to touch your pinky toes to the floor. Exaggerate that. Hold it here. Just hold and breathe. All you have to do is just hold and breathe. And then completely relax the legs. Completely relax the back. Completely relax the belly. Completely relax your eyes. Swallow to clear the throat. And as you rest in relaxation here for just a few minutes, we're going to start our day soon. I want you to bring into your mind's eye, bring into the center of awareness what it is you want for yourself today. Is it to be present? Is it to be more willing or open? Is it to have a deep conversation with someone? Is it to pay attention? Is it to be present? Is it to let go? Open up? But just keep that intention in your heart with no expectations and let your body open itself to that. Our physical body can tell us a lot about our mental and emotional willingness. And so just continue to focus on your breathing, continue to focus. Hey Sue, can you just wait on that? Can you just wait on that for a couple minutes? Just allow your body to open itself to the day. No expectations. And if your mind wanders away from your body, then it probably will. Just bring yourself back. We do not allow ourselves the time we need to truly relax. And you deserve that. Feel heavy in your body. And as your physical body feels more and more heavy to the ground, your soul feels lighter and lighter towards the sky. It's like peeling apart double-sided tape. The lightness, the freedom, just being present. There is nothing weighing you down in this moment. There is nothing weighing you down in this day. You are completely free of all of your past, all of the expectations that you may have taken on, all of your past decisions. And in just a few moments, when we start to wake up our body and we move into this day, you will be faced with many opportunities where you have to choose. Do I take with everything from my past, the good, the bad, or do I step into a brand new day where I get to be whoever I want to be? No judgment, no criticism, no wondering, no expectations. You are completely limitless. What would that person do today? How would that person act? What would that person say? What would they wear? How would they walk? What would they do today? You have a rare opportunity in this moment, in this day, to be that person, whoever that person is. And so the question is, as we begin to wake up our bodies, will you become that person? Even if it's just for a moment, even if it's just for today. And who knows, you may like what you become today, who you step into, who your soul has waited for to this day. And so now begin to bring awareness to your feet and then wiggle your feet. Bring awareness to your hands and then move your hands. Bring awareness to your shoulders and your knees, and then and only then move your knees and your shoulders. Bring awareness to your arms and legs and stretch your arms overhead. Point your toes and arc your back and bring awareness to those body parts that you're moving. Feel them, be in them. Be in your breath. There is nowhere else that you need to be right now other than here, so you might as well own it. Embrace it. And then as you exhale, bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself the tightest hug. Compress against your belly. Soften and open your back. And then rock on your back. Rock on your sacrum. Rock with your breathing. So this simple rocking, although it seems really minor and almost insignificant, is a childlike movement where we shake and shed free any emotions that may be stuck in the physical body. We create space for new things. And so let this rocking action eventually take you to the right, the side of the sun. Use your top arm and roll into that top hand on the floor as you press up to a seated position. And so just take your time, however that looks. And then once you come to a seated position, just soften the eyes closed just for a few more moments. And bring the hands to the heart at prayer. Thumbs plug into the heart. This is like plugging in your cell phone. It's like, ooh, I need to make sure I'm fully charged. And as you plug your thumbs into your heart center, sit just a little bit taller, drop your shoulders just a little bit lower, and bow your head ever so slightly. Remember that intention you were thinking about when we were laying on the floor. Who is it that you will become today? What is it that you need to embrace? Openness, freedom, your voice, communication, whatever that is, set that tone. And in yoga we call it a sankalpa. It's your intention. And so feeling in from the heart center, feel that intention become real between your hands. And so you can lightly open your eyes if you need to, but I want you to take that intention now and spin your palm so that it's fingertips to palm and palm to fingertips, like you have this firefly, this flame right in between your hands in front of your heart. Now breathe deeply. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth or nose. And start to light that flame, that sankalpa. You're making it real. Be present. This is a conscious decision. And like that firefly, like that flame, so gentle, so delicate, it will go out at any moment. Spin your hands in a cupped position back to prayer. Keep that flame alive. Now bring your thumbs up to the lips. Deep inhalation. And as you exhale, breathe life into that intention. Like your breath is the life force for the day to come. And then inhale again, bring your thumbs up to the forehead. There's a space right between the eyebrows cut, agya, the third eye. And just let your thumbs touch that center. Plugging in again and visualize this intention becoming a reality. Visualize this person that you have full opportunity to become. No expectations. It doesn't matter who you were for the last 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years. Today is a new day. And then once you visualize that intention, once you see it become a reality, on the next inhalation, you're going to open your arms to the sky, open your eyes and look up. Inhale, free the intention into the universe. And then exhale, take all that you need to make that intention become real. Bring it down to the heart, plug in again, bow the head, and look at the space between the fingers. Hold that space. This intention is sealed, it is real. It has now become who you are. There is no separation between it and you. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. At the end of a yoga practice, it's often tradition to exchange the salutation namaste, but namaste is not just a greeting. It means the light in me bows to and acknowledges the light in you. And so from my heart to yours, from my soul to yours, namaste.